Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days siege battle for you today. We are back in Middle-earth with Dol Amroth and Gondor here, defending against the forces of evil as they take them on in this glorious 2v2 that we have going on here. We do have, in fact, Isengard and Mordor working together for once against Dol Amroth and Gondor. So yeah, this should be certainly an interesting one. That is for sure. They are on a Gondorian settlement here. I can't remember exactly which one this is. I think it's well, actually no, I can't remember. They've changed the map so often these days, but it is a glorious one, that is for sure. And as you can see, already breach points being opened up here. Gondor already prepared, got their defenses here ready to go. They've got waiting for any sort of like infantry to come through. I mean, they have Gondorian walls here, as you can see through them. This is the glorious bug you have here with Gondorian walls at the moment, and it also makes them very, very easy to take out with artillery. We already have some Uruk Throng here as well, about to go through that breach point, and it seems as though we've got Ringlow Vale men-at-arms as well, also on the wall here, trying to do as much damage as possible. Isengard is looking like he is just preparing to assault. Not yet a solid. He's got Seaward infantry up here on the walls, waiting for him. It seems like he's got his Uruk infantry, all gold chevron, by the way. The amount of gold chevrons, my gosh, is insane. And we've got Onagers here just focusing down the walls. Look at this, doing 64% damage from one volley almost. Killing a lot of Tarnosian spears. This is what they're trying to do, weaken the infantry units before they go in and do some damage. We've already got Uruk Throng going in. By the way, it is about 4,100 against 3,600 in today's battle. And already we have Olokai as well getting in there. Well, they look like they were going to go in, but they got focused down. Getting shot at by Ithilien Rangers but from all over the place. We've got a lot of Gondorian Ithilien Rangers over here. But yes, they already... Actually, wow, yeah, a lot of Ithilien Rangers. All four Gondorian archer units are Ithiliens in this area. Hopefully you can see it's a little bit dark over here because we are in the shade of the wall, but as you can see, the Uruks are, in fact, battling with these Gondor swords. They should lose, probably, because the Gondorians have them surrounded, even if they are gold chevron. They will be a tough nut to crack, that is for sure. But yes, it is glorious to be back. I've had about a week off, and it is nice to be back doing some videos. And thank you for all the support recently with the recent videos while I have been away. You guys seem to have loved them. If you do want to see more Dawnless Days and more Lord of the Rings content, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment show your support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated as you work towards 7K. We're very, very close. So yeah, if you haven't already subscribed and you want to help out the channel, make sure you subscribe. Looking at this though, look at this. Isengard is just like reducing the walls over here. 96% this one at. I don't know if he's going to really use these towers. I think he's just going to use them to protect his infantry. He's not actually going to land on the walls. Maybe he will over this side. But yeah, I don't know. By the way, he has actually got a lot of nasty stuff back here. He's got sappers back here. We've got Wyand Grenadiers back here. So he's got a lot of explosive boys ready to go. It actually looks like we have... there might be two different units of Grenadiers here. And then a sapper, yeah. So he's actually got a lot of explosive boys ready to go in. Surprisingly, the defenders have brought a lot of cav, including a lot of Knights of Silver Swan. And it looks like we're going to see even more Uruks get thrown up now, along with being sent up on towers as well. They're going to be going up through the breach points. Yeah, a lot of... Oh, Knights at Imrahil as well. These are arguably the best cav for Dol Amroth. Dol Amroth seems one of the best factions in Dawnless Days. And you have to use them to get them, sorry. That's what I was going to say. You have to get them with the Lost Factions submod, which I'll leave for... link for in the description if you haven't already tried it out. It's a really cool one. I certainly think Dol Amroth a little bit overpowered. They just like have literally no weaknesses really. Maybe their pikes you could argue are a little bit weaker than most, but yeah, they're really good really. Whereas Losnak over here for Gondor, these are Gondor's weakness. Their shock is certainly their weakest point. As you can see down here, the Orcs starting to lose now decisively. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably be thinking about bringing up some archers and try and focus on these Gondorians. Uruk Throng for sure are much weaker than Gondorian swords. Certainly these gold chevrons is what's kept them going, but they're tired now, they're shaken. They might break, to be honest. They're getting surrounded. Yeah, no real movement from any of the Mordor archers back here. They brought a lot of trolls, by the way, as well. Olokai, all on gold chevrons. My gosh, what was the funds for this battle? Incredible. Orc pillagers. The Witch Kings back here. Yeah, they've got a lot of elites waiting to come up. We've got Guards of the Teeth on gold chevrons. My gosh, this is an elite army. We have seen a siege weapon actually land on the walls now. Urukai infantry have landed. Like sort of on the walls, but they're yet to actually go up the walls. Certainly Isengard playing it slow. I guess letting Mordor go in. Maybe that's Saruman's plan all along. He's just like, fine, I'll let Sauron waste his troops and weaken himself while I'll stay strong. Maybe that's his plan. His master plan. I mean, Saruman did want to try and take power from Sauron, apparently. So, like, if evil had somehow won in Lord of the Rings, it would have come down to a showdown between Saruman and Sauron. Who do you think would have won? Who do you think would have won? Let me know. I mean, I personally think Sauron. I just think he's got the numbers and the war beasts, like trolls and fell beasts and the Nazgul, which can't be killed by anyone unless you're Eowyn. Yes, if you want to get involved in some Dawnless Days action, like streams or scenarios or just some battles, or you want to sit in your own replays, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. We're close to 1,000 members there. We've got a great little community forming. And yes, if you want to be part of that and see some extra stuff that goes on behind the scenes of the channel, then feel free to join. I just realized as well, this is a large onager by Mordor. I think this is something that you can only bring with the Rise of Mordor unit add-on, which we do have also on. But I've never seen this ever brought in a Dawn stage. Usually it's the normal size onager, but yeah, they've gone to the effort. They lost one though. 3 out of 4. Yeah, oh, we're going to see explosive pots go off here. Oh, that was a brutal shot. I don't know how effective it really is, but that Gondorian there got hit hard. Yeah, this explosive pots, I don't know really how great they are. Certainly in Rome 2, not that great. Maybe in Attila they're a little bit better. They certainly don't care about this Uruk Throng unit that's now in here on its own. I mean, they kind of just want to try and take out these Gondorian swords, who are losing, to be fair. I think that's mainly just down to the artillery coming in. Oh, we've got another volley on the way. Here we go. That one missed. This one looks like it's going to hit. Oh! Brutal! So many of those Gondorians went flying. I mean, this is certainly going to rout this Uruk Throng unit, but it's doing a fair amount of damage to these Gondorian swords, which is always great to see. Ringlo Vale up here on the wall fighting against the Uruk Throng. I feel like Ringlo Vale will lose this fight. They're just not as quite as good. Yeah, there you go. Just as I said that. Unit losing. If I was Mordor, though, I would be shelling this cavalry. This cavalry here is just begging to be hit. And you can see it as well. It's not like they can't see it. I don't know what they're exactly doing over here. They're trying to burn the city or something. I don't know. They're trying to fire at reserves. I'm not really sure if that's really achieving much. But yeah, Isengard over here, really slow. Really slow. I mean, you got pole arms here. Prince's Coast Guard from Dol Amroth waiting in the choke point. I just get up crossbows. Get these guys. Get those. Yep. Literally, as I said, that crossbow's coming up. Here they go. They're going to gun down that pole arm unit. Force back from the choke point. Maybe then contest for the point. We've also got Haven Guard here waiting to go. And dismounted Knights at Imrahil. Oh my gosh, they have got some elites. Yeah, doing the same over on this side. You can see the wall is literally going to just be forced down. They're going to just try and crumble all these points. I mean, if they destroy the wall here, they kill a lot of Cav and Haven Guard at the bottom of it, I believe. But I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, let's see what happens if they... Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I think they're going to try and do it here. They're going to open up this breach point. They only bring light siege towers as well, so they're definitely going to burn these guys, could. Dol Amroth. Yeah, I don't know what exactly they're trying to do. Maybe get a clear shot? I'm not sure. We will come back to that. Over here, not looking good though for the Uruk Throng, getting focused down here by Arthurian Rangers, which have used all their ammo up. Oof, this is a bit costly. I feel like in the first wave as well, to use all your ammo as Arthurian Rangers up is a bit risky. But you can see here the Uruks really bloodied up. They're certainly losing against these Ringlo Vale, so I guess it's certainly a good way to help them. I mean, but things like shock infantry, which I guess Mordor's aren't that great, but the polearms and the trolls, you're going to need archers for that. That is for sure. Still waiting on... Yeah, here we go. Crossbows now firing off onto this Prince's Coast Guard down here. And you can see not many died, but a few. And that's enough to force Dol Amroth back. Lost about 10 polearms. And now there's just a gap. It seems like Dol Amroth's willing to let Isengard in. I personally would not fall for this. I would certainly still be assaulting these walls. And here you go. The walls did come crumbling out and killed a bunch of cavalry. Got 10 of them. And also killed like half his Haven Guard unit. Excellent... really good work there from Isengard. He's got pikes ready to go as well, just to stop any sort of cavalry sally out. So really, really nice there. Move by Isengard, bringing down the walls where he needs to. Yeah, Uruk's over here still fighting on hard. They're doing a good job. I mean, they should be. The gold chevron. They're not going to, like... They're just being an annoyance. That's the thing. They're not going to win the fight, but they're being an annoyance. Over here, they're certainly doing much better. Ring of Veil here are going to lose and get eaten. Man flesh will be on the menu for those orcs tonight. But yeah, they're losing down here, which is no surprise. They were getting sandwiched, surrounded, and they're also getting destroyed by artillery of their own. If this large army has ammo left, which it does, like I said, it really needs to focus down those cavalry. Some really expensive cav there. That's just prime targets. It seems like over here, yeah, we've got Uruks inside the walls, and we have cavalry charging. Don't know how great a charge this really was, but these are knights at Imrahil, so these are the finest knights that Dol Amroth can muster. Trying to do their best. Done some damage, but not much. They need to get these pikes in if they can, just to try and scare off the cav. But as they retreat, they will lose some. I mean, their HP must be massively damaged with that wall falling down on them, I would have thought. Uruks need to just be careful following in chase. I mean, if they can get into combat, great. That should stop. I don't think the cav have really got the easiest way. I don't know if you can really scale up here, but they haven't exactly got the easiest way to go. Oh, really nice hit there. Really good hit. Another one as well onto this Isengard. Doing some brutal damage. Explosive shot certainly feels like it does more. That Isengard really didn't take that many damages. They really could do with maybe opening up a few more breach points as well with the ammunition they have. 96. I mean, it would be really good to try and break, like I said, break a few more walls just to try and get a bit more access. Uruk pikes over here really need to get moving. We're going to see a charge here from the Urukai infantry. Looks like onto the Seaward Spear infantry here, who are ready and waiting in their shield wall. They look glorious. I really do like Dol Amroth's luck. And there you go. In they go. Urukai infantry fighting it out. They should win that fight for the Uruks. I mean, they should. Swords should beat spears, and then also the spear unit is so weak anyway. It really shouldn't stand much of a chance. What was the artillery firing at back here? Oh, we're shooting at dismounted knights at Imrahil. Really good shots. 81 out of 105 left. Really good shots. Weakening a very good, strong sword unit. Seeing Tarnosian marksmen being set up here. They'll either go for these swords in the back to support that fight there. Maybe get some good rear shots. Which they are, in fact. Look at this. Really good rear shots. Going to get some good kills there. Or I thought they might shoot those pikes. Just waiting in the choke point there. But can't resist a rear shot there. And there you go. The archer's going to get a few more shots. But yeah, they force them back. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't brought... Yeah, here we go. Crossbows coming up. They're going to get mounted up there. And they'll be used to scare off the archers, I imagine. But for now, these Uruks have to dig in. Form shield wall. And just wait it out till the crossbows arrive. But the pikes... They should get moving. They need to get in there. Again, like I said, they need to get some more troops inside. Oh my gosh, how did this orc... Oh, get this orc unit to go off the wall. And it's now being just flattened by Knights of the Silver Swan. And we're seeing again more orcs pushing here. I think again off the wall. Yeah, looks like this is where they're getting off. They don't come through the choke point anymore. And they're getting flattened by cavalry here. This is... Yeah. Not good. With Scott Dillian range as well, running out of ammo. They really need to get on this supply barrel and get resupplied. Mordor, if it wants to get through this choke point, honestly, he needs to be getting his archers like right up to this wall here and just start lobbing arrows over the wall. He could shoot into the side of all these Gondor swords, force them back, also force the cavalry back. Mordor archers aren't great, but they're actually, as we discussed in the Mordor unit overview, there's just a lot of them. Surprisingly, they're not using the largest unit sizes, I just realized, because there's only 143 of them. But if you like use like ultra size, they have like 200 like orcs in a unit. So you can just like put a lot of arrows into a unit, and that's what you have to rely on as Mordor just numbers. And here we go. The orcs go back in. They have got these crossbows up as well, and these are a pain to try and shoot down. Gold chevron as well, so they're going to be a pain. And they're being put on the wall. Really nice little spot here. These crossbows. Hard to get now with the cavalry, which is just coming in. And they're just going to be able to focus down to the choke point here. You can see, look at the cav. It's desperate to get past. I'm going to have the pikes go and stop anything coming out of that choke point here, which is a really nice move. I don't know if this cav really should have been getting here. That's definitely a bit of a pull-through, in my opinion, here. It's not exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah, definite pull-through. These Isengard just pulled through to get to, through the Uruks there to get to these pikes. Which, to be honest, not really the unit you want to be pulling through to try and get to. Pikes. Kind of a tough unit to fight as a shock infantry, though. They might have got the edge on them here because the pikes are kind of not really set up properly because they're trying to get through the choke point. And Isengard realizes this and retreats. But it doesn't matter because the crossbows are here ready to go. I guess, though, if they scare off the pikes, they can access these crossbows. Now the shot could get onto the walls if they wanted to. But yeah, these crossbows taking a lot of fire. Are starting to die now. Tarnosi marksmen are here, focusing them down. But these crossbows will make themselves a nuisance up here for quite a while longer. And here we go. Look at this. Yeah, not the brightest move by Dol Amroth here, just charging the pikes with shock infantry. But I'm sure one Isengard will be fine with. But he's going to rout this Uruk-hai infantry. He's going to lose a pretty healthy, well, not healthy, but lose a Knights of Imrahil, which is not a bad payoff. Isengard generally probably has done okay out of this. Bounce power not really shifted too much, though the numbers are very close. It's only 400, say 300 man difference in favor of the Force of Evil at the moment, but Evil rely on numbers, so that's not good. Uruk-hai, though, now in the mix. Here we go. This is the first of 3 units that's been sent in, and they've been given the task of taking this choke point for Mordor. And you can see a lot of Gondor archers and Athelian rangers loosing arrows onto these guys here, and this is going to do as much damage as possible. I mean, Uruk-hai here can soak up ammunition for quite a while. They could do with some infantry support, that is for sure. They are kind of just... They are trying to pull through. And we were just talking about cavalry and infantry pulling through. I'd say trolls perfectly fine. They're a massive unit. Them and mummoks, they're perfectly fine to do it. Honestly, as well, for Gondor, this is better. These guys are like now isolated inside enemy lines. You could just get a lot of infantry, like pikes, and you could overwhelm these guys. Archers as well. They're better trolls for sure if they have infantry support, and you can see already one has fallen there. So yeah, these guys need infantry support. They're really a glass cannon. They soak up a lot of ammunition, but when they just isolate like this, they are kind of easy to take out. I would certainly, I mean, it's fine with sending this one in maybe. He's dying so quickly. My gosh, down to 3 of 8. He has got 2 more. If he was your only one, I would not have sent it in this early though. And here we go. Finally, the Uruk archers get sent up. These guys are going to start focusing down units. We've got more Uruks being thrown in. And they're shooting into the back of all these Gondor swords that are looking in the wrong direction. So that's good. I certainly, if I was Mordor, would not really be fighting these walls too much more. But here we go. Isengard, just talking about fighting for walls, has sent troops over the wall and is going to land on these walls. I was wondering whether he was going to maybe contest for this wall here, maybe destroy it. I thought he might destroy it and then contest for the breach point, sorry. But no, he's gonna fight for it. Cavalry, by the way, being used to try and stop these White Stormers. But they haven't actually managed to get to the archers here, and the cavalry's also done a decent job. I've got a pike fight here. One of the most interesting and thrilling fights of definitely a total war. Just watching 2 sides stab each other to death with long sticks. But the Uruk pikes haven't set up properly, and they're in a whole load of trouble there. Look at that. Knights of Imrahil still holding a 1 man left. They are a tough bunch. I'd retreat these pikes and just have the crossbows fire. Have the pikes retreat. Have the crossbows do the rest of the damage. They could do a lot of damage there. These archers here, these Tarnosi marksmen, are picking off these Uruk pikes right now. The White Stormers should be these Tarnosi marksmen. Don't know why they were losing for a second. They should beat them. And we have also got a storm through the gate here, as you can see. Got the elite dismounted Knights of Imrahil fighting down here against the Uruk-hai infantry. Should be a fight that the Knights of Imrahil should be able to hold for a while. I don't know if they'll win, because they are pretty banged up, but they'll hold for a while. They are elite troops. Got some more dismounted Knights of Imrahil here, which are very healthy. They should be able to push back the Uruks, you imagine. Just some really, really nasty infantry there. And as you can see here, Ring of Vale men at arms, 82 out of 128. They're getting overwhelmed by the Uruks up here. If only the defenders had had an R3 piece, they could destroy this wall, and actually their own wall, and destroy a whole bunch of Uruks. Talking about Uruks, Uruk Throng here are winning in this choke point. They are pushing back Gondor. Finally, we're seeing some progress here by Mordor. I mean, Mordor is playing in a game of attrition, that is for sure. Gondor is a bit short on infantry. This seems like all his sword infantry here bunched really at this choke point. He's got a bit on the walls here, which he probably wants to think about maybe removing one. His Warriors of Loznark still in there as well. We've got artillery still shelling back here, shooting these Princess Coast Guard. So, oh, maybe the general. Did they just snipe the general? I don't think they killed him, but they did just snipe him. That's a lot of his bodyguard. I don't know if that's what they're going for. We've got Fountain Guard back here as well. So I mean, Gondor Gondor's still got a lot of good units. And we've seen White Hand Grenadiers get used as well. I don't know where they were used, but they have just grenaded. I think maybe on these Haven Guard, because this Uruk-hai pike unit is reduced. If the Grenadiers could shoot this cavalry unit, that would be very, very handy. But the cavalry's going to go into the back of its own archers, and it's going to just try and run down these stormers. Personally, yep, he's going to try and pull through again, which I don't like it when players do this. It's just shows bad sportsmanship, and also maybe shows you're just not that good a player. If you've got to cheat to do this, it's also wasteful. Look at this, he's going to lose so many cavalry pulling through a really healthy and elite unit swords. Just to try and get to some crossbows. Which I honestly think he might lose his cavalry unit, and the crossbows might win this? I don't know. Yeah, he's now pulling back through the unit. He's lost a whole bunch there. Yeah, this is a whole waste of a unit. So why you shouldn't do it? You should just play smarter. And also, really, if you wanted to deal with those crossbows, just try and bait the sword unit out. I don't know if the cavalry... No, it couldn't go around the back by the looks of it. But yeah, he could just persistently charge his White Hand Stormer with the cavalry. He would eventually kill it. The crossbows would do a lot of damage, but he'd probably get through eventually. Oh, we got sappers over here. Oh, at the right time we arrived and they blew up. They actually didn't do that much damage. Usually, oh, maybe they did. They just did a whole bunch back here. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, what happened? It just, like, there was a delayed explosion. It's just knocked over the entire defense hill. I mean, a lot of these guys are getting up, as you can see. But what the heck happened there? The sappers, man. They're doing all sorts of damage. Now we're going to see Uruk-hai infantry, a fairly healthy one, rush through the choke point. Going to try and take advantage of the chaos. So bizarre what's going on over here. Lots of calves setting up here. Look at all this cav. Knights of Silver Swan, Knights of Imrahil. So much elite cav there being prepared. And now the Knights of Swan, this is not so much of a pull through, but it's still a bit dicey. Oh, grenades going off. Oh, it's an explosive siege today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. The grenades is going to keep going off. They don't even care. They'll friendly fire. They don't care if they kill their own. I mean, killing this cavalry unit off on these swords is so much better than this crossbow unit surviving. Grenadiers here getting some massive kills. If they could maybe blow up the spear unit or maybe hit these swords in the back. Yeah, they're doing great work. Yeah, I think they're going to try and sneak through. I don't know. It's a few swords in the way. You can see what they're going to try and do. This might be a little bit of a pull through. It's a little bit dicey. Yeah, he's actually retreating. No, is he? He's going to try and go through. This again is a little bit, I would be maybe a little bit miffed by this, but it's not the biggest of pull throughs. There's like about 3 guys there, but there you go. Into the back of all of those units. Oh my gosh, that dismounted Knights of Imrahil has just been reduced to nothing. That was glorious. And actually the Uruks barely took that many losses. And there you go, they're going to go overwhelmed. They're going to throw more grenades. I'd hold fire. Here we go, cavalry coming. They need to prepare for the cavalry. If they can get their grenades ready and hit this cavalry unit, then they're in, that cavalry's in real trouble, but I don't know if they can. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This unit is kind of running, I don't know. It's kind of doing, I don't know. It's kind of pulling through, but I'm not sure. There you go. Cavalry going in, though. Oh, my gosh. The grenades did get off a volley, and it didn't do too bad a job. Did get a lot of this cavalry. I was at 49 to start with, down to 35. You see the pikes rushing forward, trying to chase this cavalry down. It's getting a little bit chaotic over here, that is for sure. Isengard is making progress. Berserk is getting ready. They would certainly be good for anti-cav if they can get in. The other Grenadier unit is now on its way up. You have to remember there is another one. These guys are hidden, by the way. They are marching up sneakily. There isn't much infantry though left for Isengard. I mean, they've got a decent amount of healthy infantry units left. They're just all on the wall, so I guess there's the difference. They only have 1 pike unit as well. A bit unusual for Isengard, but fair enough. The Uruks still here, battling on. They've not really made much progress since we last left them. Still fighting in this one choke point here. Really could do with maybe getting archers onto this wall and focusing these units down. That's what I'd certainly be thinking about doing. Get some swords maybe onto the wall, and then some archers, and you'd be okay. And then you kind of would get in. But Isengard, yeah, certainly making progress, as you can see here. Numbers, it's now 2,600 against 1,800. They have certainly made a little bit of progress. That is for sure. And actually, to be fair, it looks like Dawnless sort of retaking this wall over here. See all the spears sent up onto the wall. And they look like they've been clearing out some Uruks. But more orcs have been sent in their direction. And look at this, plenty of cav left. My gosh. And the archers here are going to focus down with the last volley on these stormers. Not really the best target for archers. Front on into stormers. They have those big shields for a reason to block arrows. But here we go. Chop down these archers. Easy targets. I mean, now if the cav could get in behind, it could certainly do some serious damage to these stormers, but I don't think it really can. The pikes are blocking any sort of chance of a cav push through. Well, not push through, but like break. We're going to see more grenadiers go off. This is not really a good target here. Archers and Tarnosian marksmen. Archers and Tarnosian marksmen and Tarnosian spears is what I meant to say. And certainly not good targets. I'll be saving my ammunition now for cavalry or for shock infantry or pikes. Certainly those pikes, those Isengard are begging to be hit by grenadiers. Still plenty of Gondorians over here. We're now seeing orc pillagers go in. This might be a good unit to go in. Shock infantry being sent in. They might do the damage needed, but again, orc pillagers kind of got crap morale and also kind of not got the greatest melee defense. Are pretty easy to kill, as we're seeing already quite a lot of them die. Certainly think they're a really good flanking unit. Not so much a unit just goes straight in a choke point like this. Certainly starting to see a bit of a lack of imagination going on right now from the Mordor player. He's not really exactly taking more than one, like, did do a little bit, dabbled a little bit on these walls. Thought, no, thought better of it, and then just gone through one choke point. It's made it very easy for Gondor at the moment. Certainly would think about, like I said, getting these archers onto the wall. These Uruks as well still have plenty of ammo. Get them onto the wall. They could do a lot of damage to these archers, which Gondor's still got a decent amount of ammo on a few units. Certainly, I mean, he's doing good damage to these Athelian range, these Imrahil Knights is what I was going to say. Uruk archers there look like they've been consistently shooting this Knights at Imrahil, getting a decent amount of kills. Weakening it as well. It looks like it's about to just charge into the back of the load of Gondorian swords as well. To try and get some sort of revenge on the orcs. Not exactly the greatest of charge, and really good shots into these orc pillagers as they retreat, and now out in the open. Yeah, this unit is getting focused down. Rear shots as well. Couldn't think of anything worse for that shock infantry unit. But yeah, they are focusing on that cav now. It's just been sucked up into this fight down here. That's certainly in favour of Mordor. But yeah, it seems like as though Isengard has got himself very much established inside the settlement here, which is good to see. Mordor, not so much. A little bit of a way still to go for the choke, for the capture point though. It's all the way at the other side of the battlefield. It's a bit of a way to go. Whether Gondor's going to put some pikes or something down here to contest the Uruk pikes, I don't know, but they could certainly do some Isengard there. But maybe he's scared of those grenadiers, which I would understand. They are pretty scary. They do just basically kill an entire unit off. Hopefully he's not used all the ammo. That one is very much dead. Yeah, this one's full ammo. So that has the potential certainly to weaken one, certainly maybe two pike units. And we're seeing Cav here. I don't know how he's really got out. That Uruk throng is kind of there. I don't know. I think he might have pulled through, but I'm not sure. He's going into the archers down here, though. And this will hurt for Mordor, seeing this archer unit get run down. I mean, it's pretty nasty. It's not taking too much damage, but yeah, they're getting focused down by another archer unit. And we're now seeing trolls come through this gate here, which is not a bad idea for Mordor, actually. Sending some trolls this way. Certainly will support Isengard, who is kind of lacking a little bit in the melee department now. He has lost a lot taking this area. But also the trolls then don't have to worry about all the archers here of Gondor, which, to be honest, they haven't got much in the way of archers over here. Just one unit, which has got a lot of ammo. This is our Athelian Rangers, so they are elite archers. They have like 50 accuracy. They are basically going to hit every single time. Well, 50% of the time. But yeah, Gondor is looking a little thin on the ground, but he's still looking okay. They are actually retreating, though. They don't want to face Isengard in this next area. And it looks like we're going to see a charge here from the Knights of Silver Swan onto a Grenadier unit with no ammo, which is not a bad idea. But it might be a bait. But it's going to be painful for Isengard either way. There you go. They're going to run through this unit. To be fair, they could charge on now. That's not a bad... like, they basically ran down that unit. They could have carried on there, in my opinion. That was fine. They ran down the unit. But instead, they're going to retreat, which is probably the best idea. The White Stormers were waiting for them. As I said, it was kind of a little bit of a bait by Isengard, trying to bait in those cavalry, trying to surround them, but it did not work. And now we've got some Princess Coast Guard coming up. They are going to prepare to defend this point. I mean, this is a capture point you don't really want to lose. It does help with morale and stuff like that, and generally helps with the defenders' chances in this battle. But they're going to give it up. I guess maybe going to defend the bridges, perhaps. I don't know. But I hope you guys are enjoying the siege. It's certainly been an interesting one, a very tactical one, as for sure. Something from Isengard. Lots of tactics being used. Mordor's just kind of being a bit like Mordor is, and just charging head on in, and just not caring about orc lives. They don't matter, to be fair, orc lives. There are hundreds of thousands of them. Their lives matter little to Sauron. Uruk's a little bit more. They are a little bit more hard to come by. These Urukai. But we got the Ologhai in here now. Don't know. I mean, if I was the Mordor player, I'd just rush this general. You keep rushing here because they've got nothing set up over here. All of the pikes are over here, which is no good for the defenders. The pikes are just not where the trolls want to be. The pikes keep chasing down this cavalry. They do fine. Trolls are fairly quick as well. They can't, I don't think, keep up with cavalry, but they can put a decent chase on, and they'll do a decent job of it. But maybe they're going to be lured down for these Gondor sword infantry. I think they want to go into the back. Yeah, you can see where the movement arrow is going. They want to go into the back of these swords over here, support their infantry out, which is not a bad idea, to be fair. He's not going to go on a bit of a forlorn charge. He wants to get in there and support his men. And we are going to see a fight here now between Uruk-hai infantry here and Gondor swords. Gondor finally having to be pulled over to support the Uruk infantry, prod them out. And here we go. In come the trolls. And it's not a bad charge, but not the greatest either. Now going to go into these Ringlow Vale and Gondor swords that have come off the wall. And again, we're going to have Ologhai, in behind enemy lines. The trolls here soaking up the ammunition. This is the thing, though. I said they probably shouldn't come over here because of the Gondor archers. They are actually nearly out of ammo. But they did just attract all of the archer ammo as soon as they charged in here. But yeah, all these units losing. Look at this. They should just keep these guys in combat here. With the support of the Berserkers, they could do a really good job here. A dream team is being formed here between the Ologhai and the Berserkers. Two really nasty units. And those Gondorians here are in real trouble. They're actually still coming off the wall, as you can see. I don't see guys, stay on the wall. You're in trouble if you come off that wall. Already have Gondor swords breaking. Ringlow Vale will be shortly following. Looks like we might be able to see the Ologhai get a charge off onto these Knights of Silver Swan. I don't want them to get a bit of a charge bonus. But honestly, Trolls are pretty good anti-cav. And cav doesn't do that well against Trolls, if I remember correctly. It just doesn't do well against large, which is what Trolls are counted as large, I believe. So yeah, not exactly...
The enemy have rallied their units.
Yeah, not exactly the easiest fight for the cavalry. They're in a bit of trouble there, and these archers could just focus them down. We have got Warriors of Losnark as well being thrown into this choke point. My gosh, look at the choke point down here. So much has been trying to contain one Uruk throng, which is losing. But did it really need 2 units of Warriors of Losnark and then 2 Gondorian swords? I don't think so. And as you can see, really, those swords and axes are needed over here to deal with the Ologhai. Axes might be okay against Ologhai. I don't know about Warriors of Losnark, but most of the shock infantry will do okay against Ologhai, but archers and pikes really are what you want. Archers and pikes. Or polearms, they will also do. Just any boy with a long stick. Oh, this is a problem though. Uruk-hai infantry is now being thrown up over here. This is a desperate stop against all this cavalry that's coming down. There's a lot of Knights of Silver Swan here coming in. This is going to be brutal. It wasn't the greatest charge, but might be enough to break through. I'm going to see Grenadiers come up. This is a really good chance for the Grenadiers. Oh my gosh, yep. Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, not great hits yet, but this is a general. This is Gondor's general here being thrown in. This is catastrophic if he loses his general. Gondor's morale's okay, but it's not like Dwarves or Elven morale. Yeah, really nicely done there by Isengard, sending that cavalry running. And as you can see, the shock infantry, the Berserkers and the Ologhai, still very healthy, going to be able to go into the backs of all this infantry. Warriors of Losnark have been pulled out and are ready to go in against the Trolls. They're going to be praying for their lives that they get spared somehow. Your Warriors of Losnark, whatever comes through those gates, you will stand your ground and fight. And it's actually going to be... It's going to be Uruks you're going to see first, boys. The Ologhai has been sent elsewhere. which is surprising because the Olokai probably better send in first because they get a decent charge off. They're not exactly easy to charge in once infantry's been committed, but it does seem like Olokai going to be sent elsewhere. What? Oh, they just captured the tower. Alright, to stop it from shooting them, I guess, maybe. But yeah, a lot of troops on the break here, and these are all Gondor soldiers starting to break. Never a good sign. Again, lots of troops being committed just to kill one Uruk archer off. And again, the archers for Mordor doing a lot of damage to like cavalry that's just waiting patiently, which is, yeah, this cavalry's not needed here. It needs to go round, really, and charge other places, like charge where the swords are. Basically, charge where there's no crossbows or grenadiers. That's what you need to do as Gondor right now. I mean, it's kind of out of your hands, 2,000 against 900. It is looking a little dire, but they certainly should have done a little bit more with this cavalry, I feel. It's just been very ineffective. Maybe it should have done a sally out. They had plenty of gates. They could have sallied out. It's actually, I have just realized, Bob, the Witch King, they didn't bring any cav. It would have been difficult for the forces of evil to contend with it, and it may have slowed down their attack. May have forced the attackers to keep infantry outside. Certainly, like things like grenadiers, crossbows, pikes might have been required to stay outside. But yeah, as you can see here, Uruk-hai infantry going in. These archers still doing a lot of damage. Yet to see even Guards of the Teeth get committed. Will they be committed? I'm not so sure. We'll see. Pikes over here, though, are getting focused on by Arthurian Rangers. A really good use of the archers here by Gondor, doing a really good job here. Again, though, he doesn't need to stack up so many pikes. Definitely wants to send one of those these Uruk pikes. These Fountain Guards, sorry. He needs to send one of them elsewhere. But as you can see here, we are seeing the cavalry now move towards areas where there are no pikes or crossbows or any grenadiers. That's good to see. A little bit late, though. Gondor still holding over here, sorta, but they are getting shot in the back with the warriors of Loznarkar, and it does seem as though the Uruks are going to break through eventually. These Gondor archers are just not going to be able to hold on, but they're going to push them back at the gate, not the gate, at the choke point. They're just throwing more Uruk archers, I imagine. Jeez, it's just every volley coming in now from the Uruk archers is really brutal, and you can see units starting to break, and now the berserkers and the infantry are going to get into the back, and they're going to surround these units. They'll break, and that's going to do a lot of damage there for Gondor, who is actually the only one left, really, I think. Dol Amroth's got like Prince's Coast Guard and his general, and like a Tarnosian marksman, and that is it. But yeah, they've done a really good job. The Forces of Evil, you know what? I didn't know if I backed them. They have a lot of gold chevrons, yes, but these are two solid, like, good factions. Like, Gondor is really good, and Dol Amroth is seen by quite a few players as OP. Yeah, they've done a really good job. Really, really good job. Have the attackers. The defenders also did a pretty good job. I think they could have done better with their cav. Like I said, I feel like the cav. We'll have a look at the kills at the end, but I think it's been a little bit ineffective. Wow, look at that! Prince's Coast Guard breaking. Dol Amroth just chain routed. Wow, did not think that would happen. He's not really been in the fight recently either. I thought if anyone's going to chain route, maybe Gondor, but yeah, Dol Amroth just chain routed. That's not a good sign if your allies chain routing, but I guess it's got something to do with maybe this cap point being taken. That little plaza there. Berserkers are starting to die. They are kind of, once they start to tire and lose HP, they usually seem to start to die, but they are fresh. Kind of surprised that they are dying. Or losing anyway. But yeah, now would be the time maybe to get that cavalry in there. You could possibly get a charge in the back of these Uruk-hai, but it's difficult. It's difficult. It looks like we are going to see a last-minute sally or something here by the Knights of Imrahil. It's a little bit late, but it certainly would have been a good idea, I think. And it may have forced Mordor to commit his general. I mean, his general's a solid unit, but not against Knights of Imrahil and Knights of Silver Swan is he holding. So, yeah, maybe that's what I certainly would have been going out and hunting for if I was Dol Amroth or Gondor in this situation. In this situation, you just want to make sure you use your cav well. And yeah, there's a few instances where Dol Amroth pulled through for sure, and that wastes your cavalry. You may get to the arch unit you want to take out, but you're wasting your cavalry. You're losing a lot more than you would realistically. I mean, there's a bit of pulling through going on here by Mordor. Actually, I don't know. It doesn't look like there is actually. They're kind of going that way. They are avoiding the little conflict going on here. Props to the Arthurian Rangers, though, holding at 14 men left. And here we go. We're going to see Stormers chase the Arthurian Rangers here. They're going to try and make sure that they can't get some easy shots on those pikes. The Vanguard here. They're going to also try and stop the Stormers. It's a good idea. Crossbows being brought up. I guess they want to maybe shoot that cavalry. Where are the Grenadiers? They still got ammo? Yep. They still got about half ammo. So they could be used on these pikes, which is certainly what I'd be doing now. And the cavalry here, the Knights of Silver Swan, you do want to be now charging these guys onto anything in there. We also had this seeing Dol Amroth break. A full unit Princess Coast Guard here broke. That is painful to see. Painful, painful, painful. It's probably one of the weakest units, arguably. Because they don't have really good pikes. Everything else they're okay. Haven Guard's pretty solid shock infantry. I think they weakened it though. It used to be like heavy. I think it's now medium shock infantry. So it is a little bit weaker, but it's still pretty nasty. Or maybe it's always been medium. I just never realized. Crossbows here firing. This will take a little bit of time, but they will eventually pierce that Fountain's Guard armor. And we're going to see the Cav now be aggressive up here. Not a bad idea. Going to try and do a little flank. But it's going to be all in a bit of desperation. This is just going to be like just charge in, maybe get a bit of a kill on these Grenadiers, then the swords will charge in and the Berserkers behind. Oh, maybe not. The Berserkers actually overcommitting. And you can certainly get a decent charge off here now on these Berserkers, and you can kind of annihilate an entire Berserk unit with one cavalry charge. Where's that other cavalry unit gone? They could have sandwiched his Berserk unit and annihilated it. Oh, it looks like he's going to go for Pillagers instead, which is not a bad target. Either one of these shock infantry you want to go for, but he's got. This is kind of like the death of Gondor. If he's going to commit his general like this so freely, it will die. Because I mean, I'm just waiting for that Witch King to kind of just descend on the Knights of the Silver Swan and just get a lot of kills. I think the cavalry over here did charge. I think he's charged. Yeah, he did charge the shock infantry. I think he's going to do so again. Should do okay, I would have thought. Here we go. In they go. It's brutal. It's going to be brutal for the Pillagers. The Pillagers are going to soak up the charge, and the Berserkers, then you imagine, will charge in. Or maybe not. There you go. Again, Saruman just like, you know what? I'll let Sauron lose his men. But there you go. And there you go. The Knights of Silver Swan being descended upon here by shock infantry, by the Witch King. And this will be the death of Gondor. When his general breaks here, army losses and a general loss will probably take effect and rout him. So yeah, and there you go. Enemy general dead. That is Gondor's general gone. And that should start to have effect on some of these units here. But there are only really elites left. We've only got Arthurian Rangers left. Princess Coast Guard. They are not Fountain Guard, I should say. And then you've got the Knights of the Swan. But good Grenadier throw here. Just annihilates that Fountain Guard. And that brings it down to 30. And that basically makes it a useless unit. You don't need to even, like... You could Grenadier the other one now if you wanted to, which I think they're going to do now. Yep, grenades. Oh, no, they're going to throw it this one again. Bit merciless. I wouldn't have bothered. There was only, like, 30 of them left. Wavering at 6 guys left, and the Grenadiers will go in. They should got some pretty good kills. And Olokai charging in on pikes. Usually not a good idea, but with morale so low and a low general, they might break this unit. But it could be costly still for these Olokai. Fountain Guard are a tough bunch. But yeah, they should break now at any moment. 137 men left, most in this Fountain Guard unit. And yeah, you can see wavering here. Another Olokai actually coming in. These guys untouched after the other one got massacred. And there you go, a Pyrrhic victory for Isengard and Mordor. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. This, I believe, is from Bad Omens' perspective. This is as playing as Isengard. So well done to Omens. Did a really good job playing as the as Isengard, like getting some really good kills here with his explosives. Like, my gosh, these sappers, 278 kills they got. My gosh, they didn't seem like they got that many, but they actually did. They did really well. Grenadiers getting 182 kills as well, 169 with the other. Pikes 122. Actually, they did bring 2, but one just got killed really quickly. 215 kills with this Berserk unit is really good for the Berserkers. Stormers getting 198. 301 with 1 Uruk-hai infantry. The rest not doing that great, but this one doing exceptionally well. Crossbows 100 kills. So well done to Omens. Scully, who was playing as Mordor. Kind of just doing that wave assault as Mordor. 105 kills with 1 Throng unit. It's not too bad. Pillagers 93 kills. Paul, I'm seeing little action. Uruk-hai just getting 93 kills. And the Olokai getting 124 kills. So actually not that many kills for Mordor there. But yeah, certainly had a rough game. Daddy Issues, who was playing as Gondor, certainly did a very good job holding back Mordor for a long time. 174 kills with his Gondor Sword Infantry is the best of those. His Shock Infantry, actually 127 kills, not too bad. The Pike, 0 kills, never seeing action. It's the problem with Fountain Guard. They get held back so long, and in the end, they are usually never actually able to make a difference because the battle's already lost. 99 kills with the Hylian Rangers, 177 with another there, so some good kills with the Rangers. 132 kills with his Knights of Silver Swan. I would have thought that maybe these Rangers, I always think, could you have got the same amount of kills with the Gondor Archers? Quite possibly. And saved money and spent that elsewhere. And then we have Beowulf Lives playing as Dol Amroth did a very good job for a little while, but certainly did a bit of pulling through with his cab, which he needs to keep an eye on. But yeah, his really elite infantry got absolutely massacred. 62 kills, 84 with the Seaward Infantry here. Shock Infantry as well, 35 kills. Actually, you know what? Donald did not have a great game either. Him and Mordor short on kills. Really, his cav doing the best, getting 61 kills. Archers 99 actually as well, is not too bad. But yeah, really rough for Dol Amroth against Isengard. But there you go, guys. That is today's Siege Battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.